Hello, Firas. How are you?
Hello, good. How are you?
Good. From your previous event, what do you think Asians learned from the previous event, and from the new event, what do you think they will learn from it?
Well, I think in the previous event, it was very much focused on tactical sales. I brought a lot of methodical approaches to how agent can go about sales. We've spoken a lot about the opportunity in Jabal Ali, and again, we've broken it down step by step. This one is going to be, in terms of sales, is going to be focused on the off plan. So I'll share with real estate brokers my blueprint that stands behind billions of dirhams worth of off plan sales in Dubai. But I'll also demonstrate that on one of the most iconic real estate projects, high-rise projects in Dubai for 2025. It's a project that is not just iconic at Dubai scale, but at a global scale. And of course, circling back to AI, we're going to break it down to them. We're going to tell them really what and where AI stands today, what's in it for them, and what do they need in order for them to capture it.
Awesome. What does the game changers mean to you personally, on the personal level?
The exact literal meaning of game changers. I'm really passionate about sharing knowledge and sharing my experience, sharing what has worked extremely well for me. My book, The Art of Real Estate Investment, Entry to Exit, stands as a tangible testament to that. But of course, being on stage and engaging with people live, I can't describe that feeling because honestly, when you give, it makes anyone happy to give.
True.
Right? So giving so much and answering questions and sharing information that can really change the game for real estate brokers means a lot to me. It drives a lot of happiness to my life.
Yeah. Going back to AI, knowing that we are having a global personality that will join us on May 16th, do you think that AI will change the life cycle of real estate transactions?
I think it will ultimately change everything. But to start with, maybe it is already changing the way we go about generating leads and qualifying leads. And if it hits that, it means it's going to also disrupt how real estate portals go about generating leads and competing in the online space. And then I would say it will probably hit first the off-plan sales, because with off-plan sales, you can be more methodical because it's more institutional. There's a lot more certainty with the steps and the sequence of steps you follow with off-plan sales. And I think it's going to gradually hit one piece at a time.
Yeah.
If you look at, the off-plan sales and say that 10 pieces, for example, that makes an off-plan sales a successful sales, it's gonna take over one by one. And then probably it's gonna go to leasing, because leasing requires less, it's not as big as a decision that you have to make to buy a property. So probably if you go and you see a property, or you see a video for a property, or you can do a walkthrough for a property, where also you get the property you like, but at a much faster, with much more consistent level of service. Because we know that sometimes you're lucky you deal with an agent who's going to give you the world of personalized service, and sometimes you deal with the flip-flops agents.
Yeah.
So that consistency will really make it more attractive for clients to deal with actually an AI agent, where there's more consistency in terms of the level of service. And then ultimately, it will definitely also disrupt the resale market for ready properties or for off-plan.
Secondary market.
Yeah, the secondary market, yeah.
But do you think it will affect the life cycle in general for the development and construction going forward?
That's a whole different ocean. That's already there, I think.
Okay.
Because anything to do, exactly, with PMC, project management. Anything to do with certain data points, and I think it's already there.
Yeah. Are you guys using any kind of project management programs at Nordic? Because
everything from project management all the way to rendering, it's already there.
Okay.
We already have, or we're already using and depending heavily on AI tools in our interior design with FAM Interiors.
Nice. Going back to the event that is going to happen on the 16th with this megastar personality that will be there, why should somebody attend the event?
Why not?
No,
I think if it is for serious brokers That's why these events are paid events. I mean, if you think of the monetary value, for the sales proceeds of the tickets, it doesn't even cover, 20% of the event cost. So, but it is to really attract serious agents. So if a real estate broker is serious, and if their ego does not stand between them and learning more, and being hungry and curious to learn more, I think there's no more important topic to learn about and space to engage in other than AI. Because ultimately, I say our real estate company will at some point turn into a completely tech-based real estate company. So I think learning that and also learning it in a very practical, it's a very unique value proposition for the event, because we're not just talking about AI and we're not just talking about real estate. You really have two people with a lot of experience on AI and real estate coming together and discussing it live on stage. So the form of the event will be completely different from last year. Here we're going to be probably most of the time together on stage, discussing and spontaneously asking a question. And, I don't want to say freestyling, because the objectives are very well defined in terms of what key messages we want to get across to brokers in Dubai. But definitely it will be a very spontaneous, authentic discussion. And we will have a lot of engagement activities with the brokers there. Because I want to make sure that when we're talking AI, we're also giving space for people to ask. And we're giving them a very practical, well-defined answers.
Awesome. From what I've been seeing through the past event that we did, Game Changers 1, do you think we will have Q&A in different perspective, or
Yeah,
it's going to have...
I think we will have more engagement through Q&A this time, because I think there's a lot more questions related to the topics and the messages we're going to send across. I know even now when brokers watch something about AI, I think any smart broker will start thinking, what's in it for me? What do I need to do? Because it's not about being scared from AI replacing you, but it's about being prepared for what's coming.
Yeah.
Especially knowing that what's coming is inevitable. It will come. It is coming as we speak.
You have brought together leaders and investors to the previous event. What's the main message this event is trying to send?
That these game changers events are a true game-changing platform for those who want to be ahead in their game. I want to make sure that people leaving and whatever is told and taught and shared during the event will be the talk and the whisper in the market among real estate brokers and real estate developers. And I know that it will.
When did you first realize this event could be something big, especially the second one? We know the first one, we had a big celebrity. This one, we have another kind of celebrity, which is somebody in the AI tech horizon.
I think Ryan is more relevant in that sense to real estate brokers. He's an amazing storytelling guy. He is a celebrity at a global scale when it comes to the real estate space, no doubt. But I think this time is different in the sense of it's a very niche, deep, but relevant and urgent and important for real estate brokers to learn on.
Yeah.
We're talking about bringing the former chief business officer of Google X.
Yeah.
So Google X is basically the AI arm of Google. This unit or this arm is responsible for what they call moonshots. And when I Googled moonshots, it's basically new technologies that disrupts the way the human race lives. So we're talking about bringing the chief business officer, who's basically one of the brightest brains in the AI space. Because when you talk about Google, you're talking about the world.
Yeah.
You're not talking about Dubai.
Do you see the game changers going global in the future? As Dubai's market going global in general?
I mean, honestly, all I focus about now is just creating so much more value. I'm maybe biased for Dubai because I love Dubai. And, it's where I built all my success. And I feel for now, I want to keep focusing on Dubai and the market in Dubai and paying back to Dubai. But
Yeah.
of course, Dubai is a global platform in itself. So, even last event when we looked at the tickets and who bought the tickets, we've had people coming from Belgium, from Germany, from France, from Tunisia, from Lebanon, from Saudi, from Bahrain, from Qatar, from the US. So Dubai is a global platform. So these events aren't just for Dubai people. And I don't think that I can possibly think of a better platform than
Yeah.
Dubai.
Okay. What kind of energy are you expecting from the crowd this year?
Yeah, it's always explosive with me.
Okay.
I tell myself before I go to stage, I need to breathe and just, manage the expectations or the alignment between the level of energy I come on
Yeah.
and where the crowd is. But alhamdulillah, last year was super successful. I would say, we ended up at the same frequency, me and the crowd.
Very good. In one sentence, why should someone not miss this event? In one sentence.
It's for those who are intentional about their success in life.
True.
That's like in one sentence. Because success doesn't happen by chance. And if it does happen, it won't last.
Mhm.
But when you're intentional about succeeding, that's where it actually happens for you at some point and it continues.
Yeah. Why should someone listen to speakers talking about success? Don't we hear the same thing everywhere from everyone?
We're not going to be talking so much about success. We're going to be talking about what make people successful. And I would say the opportunity here for real estate brokers isn't just to listen and to hear, whether something practical or theoretical, but it is the chance also for them to engage and to ask and to network. But to ask, because when you're exposed to certain information, any smart individual will be thinking, okay, how can I make the most out of this information? How can I make the most out of this knowledge? If I'm exposed to anything, if I'm now here and I hear two people talking about something and it hits my ear, it means I'm wired in a way that I would immediately think, how can I make the most out of this piece of knowledge that I just heard?
Yeah.
In a plain, blunt language, how can I monetize it? Although monetizing in this sense, it doesn't mean that how can I make money right now from this, but it's how can I put this to action? How can I create more value to myself out of the knowledge that I just heard? And the way this event is formed, it's going to basically run, is all about engaging and making sure that we really answer questions that will help brokers to monetize and to operationalize whatever they're going to learn in this event.
If I'm not a real estate agent or investor, do you think this event would be for me?
I mean, knowledge is good. You cannot lose when you learn something
True.
new. But I would say it's most relevant to real estate brokers. Knowledge today is available in an insane way with ChatGPT and all the AI. The challenge is to get to the most relevant knowledge that will help you to get to where you want to head to in life.
Yeah. Big names usually are great and awesome to have in an event, but do you think they really connect with audience?
Big names. I'm always a big advocate of talking to people who have done it and they're not just great at speaking. I'm very result oriented. So instead of someone telling me about, how great they are for half an hour, they can just tell me what they've actually achieved. And that tells me volumes about what they did and what they know. So my job in this event, apart from sharing my own knowledge, is really to wear the hat of a real estate broker who just started and the hat of a real estate broker who's struggling to make it happen and a hat of a real estate broker who's super hungry to grow and to make more. And then you know, even for those who are very, very senior and they've made so much money. And now, I mean, I know some real estate brokers made so much money and then they got depressed because they thought they're already there. So really to wear the hat of all these brokers and to ask the devil advocate questions on stage
Yeah.
and to make sure that we really share authentically and spontaneously what we believe is best for them to implement in order for them to improve and to achieve their goals.
Great. And when I think about the previous event, you've already done it before, right?
We've had 3,500 people, I think, last year.
Yeah, in that range. But do you think, isn't it risky to top that with a new event?
If anything, I think I've been getting messages all year long
Yeah.
asking when the next event is. And that is
same.
honestly the biggest testament of the success of the last event. But that isn't just the reason why we're bringing the second event. I'm bringing the second event, even if I didn't get all these requests, because I really believe in the value of these events. And I think it's only a matter of time for this event to not just to grow. You know, when I'm on stage or when I'm on camera or when I talk to people, there's one thing everyone knows about me,
Yeah.
that it's always real, practical, actionable. There's no fluff. There's no wow chasing dreams and objectives and talk. It's always actionable. It's always methodical. It's always undeniable. And that's what really, I think, attracts brokers to come and to attend these events.
Yeah, I agree with you. But if I'm someone who said actually like, okay, I'll wait until the event is done. I see the highlights online. What would you say for them?
I mean, you will still learn, you know? I'm not going to bring something that is like rocket science. If you decide with intention to learn and, you know, to watch so many YouTube videos and to read so many books and I don't know what, maybe you will have information to come and to speak at this event. But if you want information that is relevant to you, that is very particular, and you want to get the chance to ask and to network and to be introduced to like-minded people, to a space full of energy and determination, that's the place you want to be in.
Yeah, true. And going back to the event itself, you know, there is a lot of events in Dubai, especially for real estate and real estate agents and all these kind of real estate development investors, crazy hubs and summits. And what would make the Game Changers different from the other events? And what would push me as a real estate broker to attend this kind of event?
Like I said, I think the unique value proposition of this event is we're not just talking about AI, we're not just talking about real estate. There's hardly any theories in this event. It's as practical as it can ever get.
Yeah.
And people will really find many answers and will really be exposed to mind-blowing, eye-opening information and knowledge that they can action the next day.
Yeah.
It's just being in a space where you understand point A of today and point B of tomorrow. It's not about being scared of AI, but it's about being prepared.
Yeah. What actually you saw
that was surprising.
That surprised you?
I think when I sat with the development team at the developer office and they showed me the project that I'm going to bring to the event to demonstrate how real estate brokers can actually take to action my blueprint of off-plan sales. This project is not just iconic. It is the project that agents should not miss to learn how to sell. And more importantly, why to sell. Because the opportunity is massive for their investors.
Yeah. Do you have a team that help you to choose who will be the speaker, MCs, all these kind of things? Or you just...
I mean, apart from my chat with you,
idea?
I always ask, of course, it's always teamwork, honestly. You know, it was teamwork with you last time. You know, thanks to you, you've connected with tens of celebrities and speakers. But although it's always teamwork, but when it comes to the content, you know me, right?
100%.
Because that's where my name is on my fingerprint.
True.
So when it comes to content, I'm extremely particular. Whether I'm talking about Tony Robbins coming to stage, or it's Ryan, or it's Moy, or whoever it is.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that the content on stage is as relevant as it can ever get to real estate brokers. Relevant to the extent that really they can action and benefit from and monetize immediately.
True. Do you think we're going to see another celebrity this year again, or just
Honestly,
one
for
event?
me, when I chose Mo to come, Muhammad Gawdat, I remember the first video I watched for him over the weekend. It was me and my wife, and it was about AI, and it was the most eye-opening video I've ever watched about AI. And I'm a very, very curious person, so I always want to learn and get exposed to new stuff. And since then, it's been like in my mind. And subhanAllah, like coincidentally, this is the AI week of Dubai, led by Dubai government.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know if it's energy, it's destiny, it is what it is, but I think we're really aligned. We're bringing something that will get people to ride on the giant's shoulders.
Yeah.
Which is basically, it's where the government's investing. And when you see the AI week in Dubai, you know where the government's going to intensively invest. And Dubai has already proven its long-term ability to always deliver.
Yeah. True.
It's unbelievable. Dubai sets a target or a plan, they don't sleep until they deliver it. And once it's delivered, they go to next. And we're talking about a government where basically, the real estate is the cornerstone of its economy. So when you say AI, you're definitely going to see AI being integrated more and more into the real estate market.
True. Do you think we're going to see more collaboration between you and Mo Gawdat in the future?
Yeah, he's a thought leader, and it's always a privilege for me and an honor to connect with, whether it's Ryan Serrant or Mo Gawdat, or whoever has made it to that tier.
Yeah.
It's always an honor to be around these people.
Are we going to see Rami, the big celebrity?
Yeah,
this
I
year?
think Rami will do the opening this time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could not think of someone more fancy and exclusive and
Yeah.
explosive than Rami
Sure.
to do it. Yeah.
Okay.
I still have to hook you up in the event somehow, somewhat.
I will
Be ready.
see. See how it works.